I didn't know love could look like this, so quiet, so sure. I was carrying questions I couldn't answer, where in doubt I couldn't hide. I had reasons written on my silence and fear sitting heavy inside. I didn't come with easy stories or a heart that felt brand new. I came with pauses in my breathing and scars I never showed to you. I expected explanations, expected you to need a reason. I thought love always came with conditions that changed with every season. I was ready for you to turn away the moment things felt unclear, because everyone before you needed certainty to stay here. But you never pressed for answers, never made my way too much. You just stayed right where you were and let love be enough. You stayed without asking why, when my heart was hard to read, when my silence spoke louder than the words I couldn't speak. You stayed without asking why, when I didn't know what to say. You didn't need explanation, you just chose to stay. Make my sadness awkward, you didn't rush me into light. You didn't need me strong and smiling, just honest in the night. You didn't treat my broken moments like something to repair. You sat with me in the quiet, like you knew love lived there. I didn't feel the need to justify every feeling that I had. You never made me feel guilty for the days I felt bad. You didn't demand reassurance or prove that I was fine. You trusted what was unfolding, even when I couldn't define. You didn't ask me to be different, you didn't ask me to explain. You showed me love doesn't need answers to remain. You stayed without asking why, when I pulled away in fear, when the past came back knocking and my heart disappeared. You stayed without asking why, when loving me wasn't clear. You didn't need my certainty, you just stayed right here. Needed reasons lined in place, but love taught me through your patience that presence can be grace. You didn't fix me or save me, you didn't make me choose. You just stayed when staying wasn't easy, and that changed my truth. Well, you don't use my past against me, you don't count the cost of care. You don't measure love by progress, you just meet me where I am. Yeah. It's something in that acceptance began softening my fear, because love that stays without reasons is the love that feels sincere. Anyone can love the version that's confident and whole, but loving me meant holding space when I felt out of control. Yeah. You didn't need me to explain myself, promise who I'd be. You stayed without asking why, and taught my heart how to believe. Build up, now I don't fear my quiet moments, I don't apologize for pain. I know love doesn't disappear just because I'm not okay. You stayed without asking why, through the silence figure myself out. You stayed without asking why, when leaving would've been easy to try. You didn't need a reason to love me, you just stayed without asking why. If I ever question what love is, or how I learned to try, I'll remember the one who stayed without ever asking why. I didn't know love could look like this, so quiet, so sure. I was carrying questions I couldn't answer, where in doubt I couldn't hide. I had reasons written on my silence and fear sitting heavy inside. I didn't come with easy stories or a heart that felt brand new. I came with pauses in my breathing and scars I never showed to you. I expected explanations, expected you to need a reason. I thought love always came with conditions that change with every season. I was ready for you to turn away the moment things felt unclear, because everyone before you needed certainty to stay here. But you never pressed for answers, never made my way too much. You just stayed right where you were and let love be enough. You stayed without asking why, when my heart was hard to read, when my silence spoke louder than the words I couldn't speak. You stayed without asking why, when I didn't know what to say. You didn't need explanations, you just chose to stay. Sadness awkward, you didn't rush me into light. You didn't need me strong and smiling, just honest in the night. You didn't treat my broken moments like something to repair. You sat with me in the quiet, like you knew love lived there. I didn't feel the need to justify every feeling that I had. You never made me feel guilty for the days I felt bad. You didn't demand reassurance or proof that I was fine. You trusted what was unfolding, even when I couldn't define. You didn't ask me to be different, you didn't ask me to explain. You showed me love doesn't need answers to remain. You stayed without asking why, when I pulled away in fear, when the past came back knocking and my heart disappeared. You stayed without asking why, when loving me wasn't clear. You didn't need my certainty, you just stayed right. Needed reasons lined in place, but love taught me through your patience that presence can be grace. You didn't fix me or save me, you didn't make me choose. You just stayed when staying wasn't easy, and that changed my truth. You don't use my past against me, you don't count the cost of care, you don't measure love by progress. You just meet me where I am, and something in that acceptance began softening my fear. Because love that stays without reasons is the love that feels sincere. Anyone can love the version that's confident and whole, but loving me meant holding space when I felt out of control. You didn't need me to explain myself or promise who I'd be. You stayed without asking why and taught my heart how to believe. Build up. Now I don't fear my quiet moments. I don't apologize for pain. I know love doesn't disappear just because I'm not okay. You stayed without asking why. Through the silence and the doubt, through the moments I went missing, trying to figure myself out. You stayed without asking why, when leaving would have been easy to try. You didn't need a reason to love me, you just stayed. Without asking why. Question what love is or how I learned to try, I'll remember the one who stayed without ever asking.